Well, hello, YouTube. In today's episode of Know Your Rights, we will be covering when and why you should file a brutality lawsuit against the police. If you like this type of content and would like to see more content like this, please take a moment and subscribe to our channel. Also, if you have a video you would like me to break down or a news story you would like me to cover, please send me an email at knowyourrightsnews@gmail.com. The link is in the description below. Now, let's dive right into today's video. Victims of police brutality may sustain serious injuries and necessitate multiple medical procedures that are costly and may not be fully covered by health insurance. However, without the assistance of a lawyer, bringing a lawsuit against law enforcement officials can be complicated and challenging. In these cases, it is best to get legal counsel, as suing a police officer may include complexities that only a lawyer can understand or untangle. This is because law enforcement and the legal world of lawyers and other comparable professions are so closely linked. A lawsuit against a police officer is complicated by the large range of authority one of these individuals is given to carry out the duties he or she is tasked with, enforcing to ensure the law is followed. The limitations imposed on these abilities by the Constitution and other laws in effect is a particular onerous stipulation. It's not easy to grasp these limitations and how they apply to accountability and the responsibility of compensating a victim. Those who have been hurt in these incidents may have legal recourse under federal and state laws, but it is preferable to seek a lawyer for help. Officers, crimes, and immunity. Defining traits of suspects are frequently used to target specific individuals for law enforcement. This is due to the individual's commonalities. In some cases, however, the target accused of committing a crime is treated harshly. When the victim of this crime is not treated fairly, he or she may be able to file a lawsuit. This is because law enforcement officers are only immune from lawsuits when they are carrying out their duties in a way that is reasonable and relevant to the law and to the case. When the relationship between the police and the suspect is routine, no lawsuits are likely to be filed. Nevertheless, civil rights are involved when police behavior deviates from the norm. Civil rights violations and police misconduct. There is a law that guarantees civil rights to the victims of police violence. It was developed to reduce the number of acts committed by the government and individuals who have declared themselves to be law unto themselves. This includes vigilantes and organizations like the Ku Klux Klan. This part of the statute makes it illegal for anyone under state law to deprive another person of their rights as guaranteed by the United States Constitution. False arrests are frequently cited as examples of police misconduct. Prosecution with malice aforethought, undue force, unreasonable request, and comparable activities are examples. False arrest is a transgression. The most common kind of police violence is false arrest, which is usually the most common claim. The Fourth Amendment to the United States Constitution is frequently cited as being violated during these occurrences because of the unlawful seizure. When there is probable cause and the belief that the subject has committed a crime, he or she is legitimately detained through the arrest. When a criminal conduct is committed in the presence of police, this arrest might be done with or without a warrant. Even if the arrest was made for the wrong individual at the later time, the law enforcement officer is still immune from liability because of probable cause and the reasonable belief that led to the arrest. The 14th Amendment of the United States Constitution. When a law enforcement officer deprives the victim of an incident of his or her right to liberty, it is called malicious prosecution. In these types of arrests, there are 4 criteria that must be proven. The authorities conducted a criminal investigation that resulted in the victim's favor without probable cause and with animosity towards the individual. Injury, the circumstances surrounding the occurrence, and how the person was handled, generally during the proceedings, can all be used to prove this. Legal recourse and the use of excessive force. Although false arrests are more common than excessive force, these occurrences are more frequently reported in the media. This is because the individual was subjected to excessive force, which results in harm or death. Litigation is triggered by the use of exceptional and excessive force and brutality. A victim needs a lawyer to guarantee that a claim is filed legally and that the immunity of law enforcement officials is understood because of the instances of excessive force, unlawful and false arrests, restricted liberty, and other difficulties. When immunity has no influence on the issue, a lawsuit may be pursued and a victim may be compensated. Well, YouTube, I hope you liked today's video. If you did like it, please take a moment and subscribe to our channel. Until next time, YouTube, you stay safe out there.
Before we jump into today's video, I want to take a moment and let everyone know that I have released my first ebook entitled Remain Silent, Top 3 Trick Questions Police Officers Will Ask You. If you want to know what these 3 questions are and how to respond to them, please click on the link in the description below to download your free copy of my ebook. Before we break down this footage, I want to take a moment and talk to you about We the People University. If you haven't heard about this online course, I want to let you in on a little secret. Its sole purpose is to train you to know what it takes to make sure you are not unfairly treated by the police ever again. Who better to teach you what to do when the police try to search you or your property illegally or violate any of your constitutional rights than former police officer and sheriff's deputy Abiyah Israel. Learning your basic rights is an easy process. The only thing it takes is you being willing to learn. Do you want to learn all the trick questions that police ask during a traffic stop? Do you want to take back control from the police? If so, please click on the link in the description below. You will learn the secret of taking control of your constitutional rights back from the tyrants who abuse the law.